Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be talking in this video today specifically about why it is and how it is easy as a human to get everything you want, provided you just understand what you need to do to get it. And more so than that, the biggest problem that I see personally, let me know if you agree or disagree, but isn't that people don't know what to do, it's that they don't do it, right? And I've talked about this in other videos, and we're going to talk about it more here. And I'm going to share with you something that I've developed for me personally, and I've shared with a lot of people, and it's helped them to proceed past it. So, you ever notice how in our world we want to give everything labels, right? So rather than fight against that, I just go with it, right? But I design my own labels for things that empower me, that serve me. So I've come up with my own philosophy, and I'm going to share that with you today, what it is. It's simplificationism, right? To simplify. So my effort in most everything that I do is to simplify everything. Reason being is myself and most people that I know, if it's too complicated, I'm not going to do it. They're not going to do it. That's just the way we work as humans. Now, are there people that like complicated shit? Sure, there are. I'm not one of them. If you are, then you may not like this, but check it out. I find this, when you simplify everything, right, and really are just bluntly honest with yourself, okay? So I've had in my own life where I needed to lose some weight. Here's the thing. I'm going to share this with you. Did I not know what to do? No, I knew what to do. I can't walk out my front door without seeing examples of how to be healthy, right? Diet, exercise, all those things, right? I knew it. I just didn't do it. And I've had multiple friends the same way. Well, my grandmother had a saying she used to share with me frequently when I was a kid. She said, you can't run 5 miles a day and stay fat. Hey, that might not be PC and it might not be great to hear, right? Especially if you want to lose some weight, but that's not the point of the saying. The point of the saying is it applies to everything. What do I mean? See, oftentimes I talk to people, I get on the phone with people, man, I really need to talk to you. And they say things like, I've tried everything. Okay, my mind immediately goes to, that's probably impossible. Or I've tried a million things. Really? Did you really? And after a bit of conversation, we found out they tried 2 things and quit. They tried 2 things and gave up. So what am I really talking about here? I'm talking about simplifying things to the bare bones reality of what they really are. Being a simplificationist, right? So simplificationism, simplificationist. Not too complicated, pretty straightforward. If you like it, cool, grab it and run with it, because I'm going to share with you how it all works. It doesn't allow you to, I'm just going to say, bullshit yourself, right? It doesn't permit you to say, I've tried a million things and I just don't know what to do. Come on, get real. It didn't even take a million tries to invent the light bulb. Get real. You know, if you can, I should say, get real with yourself, it's going to make your life so much easier because you don't have all that BS going on in the background. Bring it to the forefront, throw it on the ground, and deal with it if it's something that is opposing what you want. So a good example of that is a lot of people say, well, I need to make more money. I need to make a lot of money. We won't go into that, right? Getting specific with it. But I will tell you, get specific with it. Don't ever say you want to make a lot of money. How much is a lot of money, right? Don't say you want more money, because if I hand you a penny, you got more money, right? That's more money, even though it's not what you meant. So again, get specific, but I'm not going to go into conscious and subconscious here, all of those things, how the mind works. We're not going to go into that in this video. We're going to stick to the idea of simplifying things for yourself, okay? So is it true that there are a certain, any given industry, right? Let's just take sales and affiliate marketing and what we're talking about here on this channel, because that's what we're talking about. But it's really simple. There are a series of actions that lead to a result. Here's the caveat. You have to take those actions consistently and not let yourself off the hook or make excuses or tell yourself you've tried so hard, but it just didn't work. Hey, look, it always works. I've been a sales trainer for 3 decades. It always works. Despite your height, your weight, what country you're born in, I don't care. They work, but you have to do them consistently all the time. That's the part, right, where simplification comes back to your aid. What do I mean? Well, rather than sitting around telling you, oh, I'm just so tired, I've tried so hard and I've pushed so hard and I'm not getting the result that I want. Hey, that's everybody. That is everybody ever that ever accomplished anything worth talking about. We all have those feelings. So am I making fun of that? No, I'm not. I'm saying expect it. It's going to happen. You're going to reach that point where you're just putting out energy, putting out energy, putting out energy. That's why it's not a 9 to 5. But that's also why you can make an exorbitant amount of money in sales. Because guess what? You have to be able to tolerate that up front. Before the windfall comes, you have to be able to tolerate that. So what am I saying? Simplificationism. Break it down to what it really is. Hey, millions have gone before you and succeeded. You can too. What did they do? What did they do? Videos like this I'm sharing with you, right? What did people do to win? And what did people do that caused them to lose? Seek out those answers, find the winning answers, and hammer that action over and over and over and over and over again. Am I being redundant? 1000%, completely on purpose. Because see, I want you to win. That's what it takes. It's not sexy. It's not always exciting. It is when you first start, right? People are making their business cards and they're making their logo and they got this idea that it's just going to explode as soon as they put out a couple of videos on the internet or some ads. Wrong. That's not the way it works. Because here's the thing. You're excited about it, but nobody else knows about it. So what are you really battling against here, right? Back to simplificationism. I hear people say all the time, well, the world just doesn't want me to, or they're against me. There is no there, and they're not against anybody. You see, the world is neutral. It rewards consistency. It rewards deserve. There's an old saying, and I don't remember who said it, that life responds to deserve. It does not respond to want. And if you doubt that, think about how many people you know personally that want lots of things but don't have them. Now, think about people you know that have gone to bat and had a no matter what attitude, never say die attitude, and just went and went and went and went. And people around them started doubting them and saying, hey, look, you're a little crazy. You just keep going, you just keep going, you just keep going. But guess what? Those are the people that win. Why? I don't know. It's life's rules, right? I'm not here to argue or debate what the rules are. I just know that life has a set of rules. And from my simplificationism standpoint and my simplificationist viewpoint, here's what I see. People that try to argue with life's rules lose. They don't get what they want. And they have so many excuses that they don't have room to hold on to the results. Now, the opposite's true for people with results. They have so many results in their hands, they don't have room for all those excuses. They got to put something down. And you can bet it's not going to be the results. It's going to be the excuses. Does that make sense? See, whether this is all just made up and I'm completely full of it or not, here's my point to you. It doesn't matter. Because if it serves you and it helps you get where you want to go and gives you a fulfilled life, it's no more BS than your excuses are. You understand what I'm saying? Ultimately, here's the deal. We all make shit up, period. We've all got stuff that we've made up that is completely just true here, right? I hope you agree. Let me know if you agree. Drop me a comment and tell me if you agree with that. If everything in our minds isn't made up, then how is it that everybody else has a different version of even the same topic? You get where I'm going with this? So from a simple standpoint, I say to you, life is simple. It's people who complicate it. If I show you a list of things you need to do to be successful as an affiliate marketer, will you do them consistently? And will you do them until you get what you want? Will you take the it's not over until I win attitude? Because that's what you need. That's exactly what you need. You need to keep the main thing the main thing. Do the 4 things that you need to do, right? Work on yourself, work on your business, create new leads, and follow up with your old leads. Those, period, bar none. Those are the 4 things you need to do. But as you're going through that process, life happens, doesn't it? It comes out of the blue. Things happen. There's distractions. There's people calling, hey, you want to go get a drink? Hey, you want to, and you're supposed to be doing something. Keep the main thing, right? Don't permit yourself to make those, well, I've worked really hard this week. So who cares? So have millions of other people. You don't deserve a brownie button. Be real with it. You don't. Until you have what you want, you don't let up, period. Unless you got to go to the hospital or take care of your health. Those things matter. The rest of it, it's distraction, right? I understand we've got kids and we got to do things. And I'm not saying don't do those things. I am telling you, make an allocated amount of time you're going to spend doing the things you're supposed to be doing and don't make excuses, period. Like I teach people to make short form video all the time. Right? And I hear how long it takes. It doesn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long. And if it does, then you need to focus on getting faster at it. Why? Because perfect isn't. It doesn't exist. So crank it out, crank it out, crank it out, crank it out, crank it out. There's examples all over the internet, right? All the different social medias. Go find some examples and replicate them, replicate them, replicate them, replicate them, replicate them, replicate them. Go, 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 go. Because guess what? That is the sign of a winner, right? Excuses are not the sign of a winner. Is this an aggressive video? I don't know. Probably some of you might think so. I don't think so. I think it's a very realistic video. And I came here to share with you something that works very, very well for me and has worked very, very well for people that I've shared it with. To get real with yourself, right? Whether you want to label yourself a simplificationist or not, I don't really care. Come up with your own label. That was my label. If you like it, adopt it and run with it. Because really all it spells out to me is to simplify things. When I find my mind starting to turn and make excuses, it backs me up and I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. okay, hold on. Is this actually that complicated? Or am I complicating it to avoid doing the things that I need to do because I don't feel like it? I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm insecure, whatever the reason. You don't permit yourself to avoid the action you need to take to get where you want to go. Does that make sense? I hope so. That's what I came here to talk about, is your ability to control your own mind, your own life, and your own destiny, right? Your own, I don't like the word destiny, really, your own future. Let's put it that way, right? Your own ability to control your own outcome. Because here's what we know. Action A, B, and C produce result, right? B, and so on, and so on, and so on. So listen, bottom line, get very real with yourself. If you have the courage to do it, get very real with yourself. Your actions have created your result. If your results do not make you happy, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and look at your consistent actions. And you're going to find the cause of your current situation, your current result. And if you want different results, you're going to have to be prepared to take massively different actions, which is going to require a massively different mindset. That's just how it is, right? It's just how it is. Think about it this way. I heard an example once that if you crush an orange, right, when you put it under pressure and you smash it, what comes out? Orange juice, right? Obviously. If you pack up that same orange and you send it to another country and somebody puts pressure on it there and smashes it, what comes out? Orange juice, never apple juice. Odd, right? So when that orange is put under pressure, orange juice comes out. When you're put under pressure, what comes out? Right. The habit patterns, the thought processes that you've adopted, right? And that's what's going to continue to come out until you take on a radically different mindset and start looking in a different direction for answers. Because what you know got you here. If you want to go further, it's going to take some different thought process and some different actions. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think I've illustrated that point well enough. What I wanted to share with you guys is just very simple. The idea of mindset being, my computer shut down on me over here. The idea of mindset being crucial, and the way you distinguish things in your mind is a massive factor to your ability to be consistent, to do the things that make you uncomfortable and take you out of your comfort zone long enough. And then there's one last thing that I want to touch on. Oftentimes when you're doing things like this, people will tell you that you have to pay the price, right? That's something I've heard a lot. Well, you really paid a price in your life, I've heard. Well, I would argue that. Here's why. In my opinion, you pay the price for poor health. You pay the price for not having the life that you want, right? You pay the price for a miserable marriage. You enjoy the price of a good one. You enjoy the price of good health. So somebody out jogging, running, exercising, going to the gym, are they paying a price? Or is the person finding out that they're in ill health because they never move paying the price? Which one pays the price? You see where I'm going? Financially, if you're devastated, not where you need to be or want to be to take care of your family in the way that you want to, who's paying the price? The one that went to task and did the things that made them uncomfortable, or the ones that shrunk into their comfort zone, right? Which I despise the fact that it's called a comfort zone. It's so comfortable. Why do people complain about it? Who's paying the price? You see what I'm trying to say? Start thinking about these things and bring them to the forefront of your mind. Put them on the wall where you're going to see them, right? Illustrate it in a way that means something to you. Because these are the things that make somebody successful. These are the thought processes that allow people to do things that make them uncomfortable because they see it as the greater good, not because they're not scared, not because it doesn't make them nervous, right? Everybody's nervous. Everybody's scared. Everybody has insecurities. The difference is, can you step forward and face them, right? And in closing, I would just mention that too, that, the monster always appears scarier when you're running from it. I would suggest you stop running from it if you're running from something. Turn around and face it. Because guess what? You can deal with it and you can process it. And the odds are highly likely you're going to find out that monster's not so scary when you just take it on. Simplify things, please. Just try it for a week. Just really be honest with yourself and simplify things. If it's about your health, if it's about, like I said, losing weight, if it's about making more money, look, the answers are out here. If you don't like the answers and they make you uncomfortable, address that, own that. Okay, this makes me uncomfortable. Why does it make me uncomfortable? Well, because if I was going to do that, I'd have to do this, this, and this. Man, that sounds like, oh boy. Okay, what's the consequence if I don't do it? What's it going to cost me if I don't do it? Okay. And that's probably for another video, pain, pleasure, and what to link to what. But look, just start thinking about the idea of getting really raw with yourself. Do not provide yourself excuses. I don't care where you were born, what your relatives have done, if you went to college, if you didn't go to college. I've been a sales trainer for 3 decades. That doesn't mean shit. What means something is from right now, going forward, what are you going to do about it? That's the only thing that matters. Because guess what? I mentioned it before and I'll mention it again. Sales is awesome. It's a level playing field. Degrees don't mean anything here. The past is the past. What matters is right now and going forward. What are you going to do about it? And are you willing to be consistent and do the things required to get what you want and what you deserve to take care of yourself and your family in the way that you'd like to be able to do so? I hope that's the decision that you make. Let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate you hanging out, and we'll go from there.